Whenever I start a track, I look at the concept that I wrote for the game's or the film's soundtrack, with all the instruments I want to use, the melodic and instrumental leitmotifs, and so on. I start with a blank session, based on the Cubase session I created when working on the mood track I created for the soundtrack, a track where I test the instrumentation that I wrote down in the concept of the game in different combination and moods. And then I always have a creative session. And then I record a little bit, I record a little bit more. I also do automation and so on already. I do all of that on the fly while recording by hand, and I also go into more detailed editing. It's all part of the sound design. During this stage, I often try to only use the built-in effects and modulation possibilities, because I feel like they are made for this instrument. So, and then I have a bunch of tracks, a lot of tracks, right? A lot of automation, and it's often a huge mess. I really only should throw every single idea at the track that I have in mind. Harmonies, different instruments, and so on and so on. I just go full riot. I do everything I have in mind. I don't care if it's too much or overloaded, because the way more important day is the next day. The day where I go into the project, listen to everything, and for every single track, think about, do I really need this track for this project? What's the purpose of the instrument? Maybe I take another look at the concept that we created, thin out the whole session. And after doing so, only kept the core ideas. The next day, I continue working on the project. Then it's another creative session. It's always like a back and forth of creative session, thinning out session, until the track is done. You let me know how you approach writing music.